Hello. My first video was like a little depressing, and that's gonna be okay for this channel, because that's kind of the point. And it's been hard to maintain, and I kind of was like, oh, I want to have some energy when I come back for the second video. And I've been in and out, and obviously I don't have any big goals with this channel other than to like post and share what I'm going through. And I wish I was kind of doing it daily, because I'm getting a little stir crazy being at home. And it's just a good way to reach out to others. But anyhow, I'm trying to just maybe pick some topics to focus on, and go from there. And I think I want to talk about the 5 stages of death, actually. Talking about that with my therapist, of that it's kind of a death I'm going through in a way, even though I haven't lost my kidney quite yet. Just the life I had been living, and all of that. But today I'm actually going to talk about prednisone, and I'll probably even do a follow-up to this. But I was talking more in depth of like my initial prednisone story. But first, I guess, 15 years ago, the internet was such a different place. And when you Googled prednisone, there was nothing. And I went into the doctor with this big laundry list of all my side effects and all the weird things I felt on it. And it's a miracle drug in some ways, but it's like this necessary evil. And I feel like that's kind of the common thread you find for anything. But back then there was no support. So one, I'm just glad that there's support, and I want to add to it now, especially that I'm on the drug again. My dose is way smaller. I'm only on 10 milligrams a day, which is nothing compared to what I was years ago, which was at home treatment was between 90 and 60 milligrams a day, between the first and second rounds, and in the hospital I was getting 1,000 milligrams a day. But what is prednisone, if you don't know what it is? It's a steroid. It doesn't pump you up, though, not this one. And it's an immunosuppressant, and it's an anti-inflammatory. So what do those things mean? So my kidneys right now are super inflamed, and there's other conditions that can cause inflammation in your body, like arthritis or really bad eczema outbreak or hives, and bad asthma. There's a bunch of different reasons why prednisone might come into the mix. It's been used for about 50 years now. And what's funny is it's been used for so long, and even in the 15 years since I've taken it, that there's just a completely different approach. The fact that I'm actually taking it in combination with a different drug, Cellcept, which is traditionally used as anti-rejection medicine once you have a transplant. I don't have one yet. They both work to calm down inflammation in your system. And so I'm taking a small dose in combination with another drug, and I'm really happy that it's a small dose, although part of me is like, should I be taking more to maybe see better improvements? But anyhow, this go round is a lot better, I would say. The biggest side effects I've started to notice is the mood swings, but they're a lot shorter, and I recognize them a lot faster. And I think because I'm so aware and I have such a track history with the medicine. So some examples, I had a video call with HR the other day, and my manager, and was just like so happy that I'm in a place where I can do short-term disability and figure my situation out. And I just start crying. I wrote my team and some other people an email giving status updates. I just totally sobbed the whole way through writing them. Didn't really make sense. It was just this overwhelming emotion of gratitude and missing people, and just crying. But then I was at the store yesterday, and they didn't have the kind of bread I wanted, and I was so angry and rageful. And I didn't say anything because I immediately recognized within, the thought of when I was like, they don't have my bread in my head. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to flip my shit over some bread. Like, that is the prednisone. And when I was leaving actually the hospital after taking it for a few days, there was someone who was trying to, like, a car that was driving through a crosswalk, and they really shouldn't have been. We were already in the crosswalk, and I just totally screamed at them, "You asshole!" And I was like, oh my God, that is prednisone. Like, I swear, and I can be aggressive, but like, I would not, nor I would just been like, whatever, they're stupid, and just let it roll off my back. And so I think that's the biggest thing, if anything, me being home right now is just trying to wrangle my brain around this drug, because I may have, I may be in this state for a long time and I'll need to go back to work. And last thing I want to do is snap at someone. I mean, already being a female, you're seen as emotional regardless, even if you aren't. And then to have something that does really make you emotional, and people who don't understand, especially when you have a disease where you don't look or sound sick. I ran into some people yesterday and who work where I work, and I was like, oh, I'm actually at home on sick leave, and I'm like, I have kidney failure, and they're like, oh, but you look fine, like, guess it's past, right? And I'm like, no, you kind of look normal, which is probably another good video topic of not looking sick when you're really sick. So just really the mood stuff is the only thing I've really experienced with prednisone this time around. But, and I'll do a follow-up video on this that goes more in depth. The other crazy, wonderful things you can experience with prednisone at higher doses is constant hunger. You can get stretch marks. You can get stretch marks regardless if you gain weight. I gained 40 pounds the first time. Thankfully right now I'm losing weight because I'm like watching everything I eat like a hawk. And I'm home, so I can cook, 100% of my meals, which makes such a difference. And I think the Cellcept is making me nauseous or not as hungry, but I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it over the like constant hunger. You can get a hump on the back of your neck, which will go away. Your nails and hair become brittle. Your skin can bruise more easily. And actually, I have noticed, like hangnails and like if I have any sort of scabs or anything, they just don't seem to go away, and that kind of sucks. Like I have some bug bites that like I scratch and like the scabs have never gone away since I started taking the prednisone. It depletes both your muscle mass, so even though it's a steroid, it does not pump you up. It actually depletes your muscle. It can deplete your calcium as well, and it messes with your vitamin D. So I'm taking a calcium plus vitamin D supplement, which is funny because years ago they didn't have me take that, and I was on way higher dose. But like long-term use of prednisone can cause osteoporosis. So let's see, the mood, weight gain, the hump, nails, your skin, the muscle mass, your bones. And then I learned this time, which was interesting, they're like, avoid a lot of extra sugar, which you should anyways, which I did not do the first time. Like I discovered Starbucks Frappuccinos the first time. They were brand new back then, and I just like would constantly and Chipotle was new. And so like I was like eating Chipotle like twice a week and getting like a giant freaking mocha chip frappuccino because I was depressed and at home and missing college and having this kidney stuff and then medicine that made me constantly hungry. But anyhow, the sugar, apparently prednisone can mess with your blood sugar. So it's like, I guess, awful for diabetics. But I've been watching that just when I'm eating a lot anyways, because I'm determined. I just, need to get weight off for my kidneys to not have as much pressure on them, and it's healthier and blah, 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 and I just need to lose weight anyway. But really there's a health drive, and two, sugar is delicious, but, it's not good for us. So I guess, where I am right now to wrap this up is really just dealing with the medicine and dealing with these mood swings and just trying to put them into context of trying to, mind over matter and understand what they are and what it really means. And that it's just a strug. It's a strug making me feel weird. And, that I need to do what I can at home while I'm at home to quickly recognize it and deal with it so that I can go back and seem normal, and not have it affect anything should I go back to work in this situation. So, so that's prednisone. But I just kind of wanted to force myself to make a video today. I think it's good. And maybe try to make a few more this week and really, like I said, talk about the 5 stages of death, because I've been experiencing those. Denial and anger and bargaining have been constantly kind of cycling through, where I've been at, fueled by the prednisone. So anyhow, thanks for watching and learning and understanding if you're someone who doesn't have a chronic disease or you're a friend of mine. But, maybe share with others, who've taken prednisone or whatnot. And like I said, I'll do another follow-up video on my first bout of prednisone. Oh, and the moon phase. I didn't even talk about your face gets just like this big on it typically. But I've been avoiding that so far, so yay. All right. Have a good day.